Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope that things are well in your world. I have a cube draft for you today. It's the Chromatic Cube on MTG Arena, and I've quite enjoyed this cube in design and gameplay. It feels very well set up to actually let you do the powerful things that Cube promises without the specter of aggro kind of leaning over your shoulder and making you scared that you're just gonna die. So I had a really good time with the draft you're about to see, as well as several others that I did on stream. If you'd like to see it live, you can come by twitch.tv/Semulin and check that out. I'll probably get in a couple more before this cube rotates out, and it's been a really good time. I'd encourage you to check it out too. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Do you have any preferences in this cube? I mean, the main preference I have in any cube is fun. Let's try and have a good time. Because it's hard to be crazy competitive in cube. But it's pretty easy to have a good time. There's a lot of different ways we could go here. There's plenty of powerful stuff. I'm tempted to go for the lightning bolt though. I just have some nice cheap early interaction that's going to kind of be good no matter what we're doing. There's supposedly a black-red sacrifice deck that I'd be interested in checking out. The last deck did show me that planeswalkers are just freaking great in this cube, so I could take Wrenn and 7. And be pretty happy with that too, but I kind of got the feeling that finding 5 mana things to win the game with is pretty easy. Finding cheap interaction is significantly less easy. So I think although that settles me on the lightning bolt. I'm not really looking for highest win rate in cube. Kenji's also really good at Magic and just plays more than I do. Like he did even when I was streaming full-time, right? Alright, let's take a second. Is there any cards I need to read because they're new and I don't know what they do? Basically just this, but I can't imagine why I would ever put this into a deck unless it was just big on tokens. So the question is, what do we want? Where might we go? Risen Reef is interesting. I doubt there's enough elemental support for it. I always really like Fae of Wishes and want to do more with it. I remember Zariel being alright. Right? Like you can haste something, you can make some tokens. You get a Relentless Assault. Goldsprint Dragon's neat too. 3 mana rampers I don't love. I could also just take a duel. There's a Tri-land, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, I think I like the Tri-land. We don't even know what we're doing yet. There's a Royal Eruption, Robber of the Witch. I do like Icing Death as well. Exodus is interesting on the other side too, right? I don't think I want to go for Niv Mizzet or Valorous Stance. But I could probably just set up for blue-red spells things, or at least blue-red removal things, and kind of see where that goes. I don't mind starting with 2 lightning bolts. What does this Bob Nixless do? I really haven't seen him yet. Loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. You create a devil. That seems okay. Gives you sacrifice fodder. Sublime Epiphany is also really, 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 really good. Which is kind of pulling me here. It'd really surprise me if I want to put Double Vision in the deck, BTG. But that's the thing with Cube. Play what you want, right? I could also take Play with Fire and see what wheels. But I think Sublime Epiphany is probably too strong for me to ignore it. It's so high on the value scale, it's just kind of gross. Wouldn't be playing Jenga. Could play a Gear Shark. I don't know that I love Urbrask. I mean, it does sort of let me draw extra cards, sort of. Which is cool. And it's Phyrexian. I mean, that's also obviously incredibly cool. I mean, you can also just fire it off. I like Lightning Helix. I'd love to take a dual land here, but there isn't one. I don't want to lock myself necessarily into blue-red, but I like the Gear Shark best out of this pack, so I'm going to take it. That's probably just moving us towards blue-red, but we'll see where that ends up. A lot of neat stuff here. I actually like Magmatic Channeler quite a lot. But if we're going to go blue-red, I just need to take the dual here. Because like we've got a dual and it doesn't do anything. And in most cubes, if you don't have at least 5 non-basics, you draft it very, very poorly. In my opinion. Which is the only one that matters here. Alright, Personal Facebreaker. Professional Facebreaker. No, don't want that. Don't want that. So this is Mana Ramp. It gives me some interesting options. That's weird. Do I want that or Fire Prophecy or one of these to potentially splash? You only get one, right? I think I'd rather take a duel and be open to splashing some Jeskai cards. That could be a splash. Because I'd like to rebuy Sublime Epiphanies and Royal Eruptions and Lightning Bolts. Oh my. So is that potentially somewhere I'm going? Because I'm kind of digging that. Unless this does something stupid. Nah, it's 3 mana 3/3. Who cares? Let's go. Nice. I would like Raoul's Outburst too, but I'm getting a pretty clear signal to me that this is the color that's open and I can splash it pretty easily. Good mana is so often overlooked when people are drafting cube decks. It's really important. Just have good mana. There's no excuse. Yeah, but if we take the Muldrifter there, we end up with a deck of 35 cards and having to make infinite cuts. Whereas if I'm deliberate and take these lands, we end up with a deck of 25 solid playables and a mana base that can just rock your socks off. Like I'll always get to cast my spells. I mean, she is, but it's sort of like fixing stapled onto a Scathe zombie. Why not just have the land? I don't think I want Spell Swindle, but I could. Like, here's the thing, right? If I draft lands, let's say that this is taking it to a bit of an extreme, but it's an easy way to prove the point. Let's say that, because we're in a cube where every spell is good, right? So there's not a problem of getting to playables. That's something you typically worry about when you're doing a normal limited draft. Like, will I get enough playables? You'll hear people say that sometimes. But you don't typically hear that when people are drafting cubes, right? So let's say that we might get enough to do that, but I might also want a green card too. Let's say that I draft a bunch of lands and get 25 playables, and you don't really prioritize the lands and get a deeper pool of cards to play. I'm still going to be able to play more of the cards that I drafted because I get to play these lands, and we both get the 23 other cards we drafted, right? So for me, it's just such huge value to be really stocking up on these that I'll almost always do it in cubes, especially when I'm kind of in a color pair, right? Thanks for stopping by, Moses. It's always good to see you. This looks like a pretty easy Supreme Will, which is not wonderful, but again, the cube is stacked. We'll get some more good cards. And like if I'm going to play counter spells in conjunction with a Scroll Wielder, I'd really rather they be ones that can do something other than counter a spell, and Supreme Will can do that. Any chance we want Rutha to try to double up spells, or just a young Pyromancer? Because Chart of Course would be nice too. This makes a bunch of lightning bolts, but it doesn't draw them, so I don't really care about that. I'm not sure whether I want to Rutha and try to get value, or just Pyromancer and try to have like a little plan going. I think I like the Pyromancer a little better, but it's close. I do think I might like to burn down the house. This is somewhat appealing to me, but not quite there. And just having access to a Wrath and these colors is kind of a big deal. So I'm going to burn down the house. Let's burn it. What do? Whenever opponent draws their first card, if it's not their turn, you get a token. Whenever devils attack, you and those players each draw a card and discard a card at random. Okay, so it starts overwhelming them with devils is, I guess, what you're hoping to do. I feel like just having the Suspicious Stowaway would be great here. Like, we can cast it, pass with mana up to cast an instant, flip it, start drawing some cards, and they have to deal with it. What do? It's not bad. We could probably cast it. I imagine Niv Mizzet's pretty dang good too, right? Especially in this style deck. Vizier's mana ramp in a color that doesn't get it. Leer could be interesting. Leer's easier to resolve. The Vizier's likely to make the deck slightly better. I think I'd play the Ultimatum, but I'm not going to draft Izzet colors and not take it up. That's another benefit of doing this. It's a red-blue duel. That's ramp and fixing. Leer blocks our counter spells, except we don't have any counter spells, Eclipsey. We have spells that can counter, but they're not counter spells. They can do something else. I'm torn here between the two cards that I want, but I think Thriving Bluff is the pick. If either of those wheel, it's fantastic, but that would be the first counter spell I'd actually take, right? So we could certainly play Leer here. I've tried to be careful because Radiant Scrollweaver sort of blocks them too. Fast and Furious, huh? We could take a Triome, but there's a pretty decent chance, I think, that we'd want a Mirari Conjecture. It's probably the last expensive card I can take. So let's take it. I've really just got to focus on cheap instants now. They don't even have to do anything. Although this one does something. So that's cool. It's a shame it's here with this duel, because I'd like that, but I just need cheap instants now. So we've really got to get those when we can, because there's going to be packs like this where there's nothing for me. This gives me access to green mana if we want it. I don't think I could be playing the Rutha Spun. That's great. Do I want Chart of Course more, or Rip Apart more? Yeah, I do. This is main deckable artifact removal, and my mana's good enough to play it. I don't want to play Hornswoggle, but this makes the mana even better. Doesn't it feel better having all of these here, and you're like, I don't have to worry about being able to cast the Rip Apart or the Niv Mizzet? I'm always looking for that when I draft a cube deck. It's big, big, big on my list. Meh. Table's undervaluing lands too, which is helpful. Yeah, I'm just getting all the lands I want, unless I want the Vizier, which I might. Yeah, I think I do here. That guy's alright, but I think I'd like to have access to a cast out. Maybe not main deck. But we might could use it. Man, I wish we'd gotten Gigan a little earlier, because I'd have done it. But I think it's a bit late for now. I'd like the Temple, I'd like multiple choice, and I'd like Prismari Command. I think multiple choice might be better. But it's close. I really like multiple choice. It's a fun card. Create a crab token and investigate. That's actually not crazy. I was about to say, why would you ever take that? And then I'm like, wait a minute. That's kind of something we're interested in. As it's a cheap early spell that I can sort of draw a card with, and it gives me a little derpy blocker. Better Offer is mighty nice too, though. But I said I need cheap instants and sorceries. Let's take cheap instants and sorceries. It's going to spin too. You wait and see. It's 2 damage, which is basically all it's going to do in my deck because I don't have enough creatures to realistically expect it to do anything else. I mean, we would just do this, right? This is free, isn't it? That's dumb. Why is this in the cube? That's so dumb. That's utterly ridiculous. It's just free real estate. All right, what else we got here? A Combustible Gear Hulk, Nightclub Bouncer. ETB, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and it costs 1 more. That's cute. We could play Yori, and it just doesn't do anything here. Well, this one's interesting. So I play it, and I get a Shivan Dragon in my hand, or I can have it deal 3 damage to a creature. We can play this Sarkin. Oh, actually, yeah, Lorehold Command's just way better. Never mind. That's not worth the risk. Good catch, BT. I didn't even see it there. Just being an idiot. Jacob Hadouken I remember liking. But that's another stupid expensive thing to do. I do like the rummaging. How close are we to playables now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a couple more. I probably can't take this land. This is only my creature, right? Yeah. So I don't think that's going to be great for us either. It's probably Jacob Hadouken here. Yeah, Lurtry doesn't either. So fine, I'll take Jacob. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's a rummager. Choose an opponent, conjure a duplicate of the top card of their library. That's cute. I can't take any more lands. I really want to continue taking lands, but I can't. I could probably fire off the egg. Yeah, like it's a mana sink, but it also just doesn't do anything, right? It's an interesting way to draw cards, but not block. It looks fun. What the hell? We'll make a fun pick. Le Gambit is not bad. The Dredge is not bad. Sacred Fire is not bad. I don't have, like, insane card draw going on. I kind of have enough, though, don't I? I'm not passing Tezzer's Gambit. Which Cavalier is better for us? Draw 2 cards. Draw 3, then put 2 on top. When it dies, shuffle it in. Exile cards in play or create treasure. I think I like Gale's a little better. If we need it, we may not need it. Champion of Wits spawn, that's stupid. I can take that and probably cut something if we need to. And better offer spawn. Okay, we got about exactly what I wanted. I could respect a Celestis too. I mean, that's the thing about Cube. They're all good picks, but I probably could have snagged one more land. I mean, but I guess I don't have to. Neat. I think I'd rather have the untapped land here. Pass me another one, I dare you. Deputy's fine, but like I feel like most of the stuff it would kill I can do with my spells. But I could respect it.
The world yields to art, not oppression.
Even got the Sacred Fire. This looks great. This looks absolutely great to me. Yeah, we've still got to make 2 cuts, y'all. This is wonderful. Okay, well, I guess 1, because I am going to companion Lure Tree. And this is with 17 lands, yeah? Which I think seems fine to me. So we would need 1 cut from this. I mean, looking at the curve this way isn't super helpful. It should probably be a creature. It should probably be this Cavalier of Gales, which I like, but I just don't really see how I have room for it. If we want to play with the agent, and I think I do, might be fun. But like this gives us a lower curve and I think looks a little better. Need to build a mana base, which is kind of my least favorite part of Cube. Because it requires so much bloody thinking, and it makes my head hurt. But let's go through them. How many white sources do we need for this deck to function? Probably 5. Okay, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't technically even need a plains, but I can probably put one in here. Because I got so much room left. I need a lot of blue. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd like to get that to 11. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that would leave me room for 4 red. Is that enough red? Give us 1, 2, 3, 4. And another 4 would be 8. It's not quite enough red. Yeah, Niva's not a fan. So the answer may be to just cut the plains. I think that's where I'm at. This looks alright to me. This looks alright to me. I mean, yeah, if you think about it long and hard enough, card draw is sort of like fixing, isn't it? I mean, we're playing Jacob Hadouken. How can I not use the appropriate sleeves? That'll work. Doesn't have all of our colors, but it's workable. Doubt they have any 0 costs. Okay. just blast that. Not based on the cost, it would make it a 0/0. Put a random creature card with mana value X or less. So this would be 0 or less, right? I'm trying to think of what we do if we do better offer this turn, because it means next turn is going to be pretty awful. But it also does seem like a good call. They're certainly playing 2 drops. Lets me hit an untapped land next turn, which is neat. They're not playing any 2 drops. What? This is the only 2 drop in their deck. Okay, how does this work? You cast your next... Ah, okay, so I couldn't cast them that turn. That's absolutely devastating. That's insane. The rest of their deck must be counterspells or something. It's freaking hilarious. That was not a better offer at all. Yeah, F's in chat, please.
I've learned much during my travels. We must protect.
Yeah, we're going to try to burn the house down. They're going to counter it, and then we're dead. And kind of see how this one goes.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Please, no counter spell. I guess I could try to get it with the Gear Shark, right? Like I flash it in, and then I untap and burn the house down. So I could flash it in and eat one of these. And not die. Yeah, I guess we try that since I drew this. Because I do need to be able to beat a counter spell if we're going to keep playing Magic, which I'd like to.
I have got new moves to teach you.
And I only go to 1 if they have a counter spell. Yeah, we can gain some life back off of Lorehold's command if that's what we're worried about.
Years of training. For this?
Yeah. Get wrecked. That's what you get for not playing 2 drops. You want to counter this? Not target myself and we're fine. Okay, so what does this actually do? 3 damage. Something, something. I'd like it not to get countered. It seems like it'd be swell. There are indeed Eldrazi. Let's see what they got. I'm sitting here with some incense. Well, one of them, basically. Can put that on the stack, kill it, gain some life. That works for me. What am I targeting them for? I don't understand what's happening. I want to deal 3 damage to them, and then I want to sacrifice a permanent. I don't understand what I'm targeting for here. Target player gains 3 life. Okay. I'm the target player in this case. Took me a second. I didn't realize that was targeted. I guess that's templating for commander crap. Not commander crap, fun commander gameplay. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Templating to prevent fizzling. Okay, I do like not getting fizzled. Everything is well. Everything is very well. I don't mind just burning that. I can still have Into the Royal up here, which is fine too. Sure. May have to rip that apart, but that's fine. Let's just bolt it. I'm trying to save up for being able to proliferate and draw a bunch of cards, but it's probably just going to take too long. So I'm just going to use this for Lurtry this turn. Let's try and finish this game. Because if I need to Royal Lurtry and try something else weird, I can. Yeah, life is good, Aaron. How are things in your world? Glad to hear it, friend of. I mean, we just rip him apart and attack, right? Yeah, I don't care about the artifact, because I think they're going to be dead. Alright, we have learned that 1 is not 0. Alright, so I would definitely like to not be playing that X spell, Better Offer, because they don't have any creatures for us to make a better offer on. It seems really, really bad. So I'd like to not do that. Cast Out is probably better. Like by a lot. Hey, what's up, Limestone? Doing good. How are you doing? How you doing? Getting excited. What you excited about? want to be excited. We have some good 3-drops to steal. I mean, fair enough. Final day of work, I hope. Would you still play it, you reckon? I'm nervous too that they might have some bounce with the blue, but they didn't show me any blue other than a Supreme Will. Okay, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go, and we'll cut the Vizier. I can get behind that. I forgot I did fire it off on 2. I think they're actually mono white splashing for a couple counter spells. That's my best guess. I don't think it's like pure blue white. This looks alright. Not great, but alright. I'm having fun with this cube so far, yeah. I mean, the issue with Cube was that I usually didn't like grinding it, like just going nuts and playing Cube for days. But it's kind of difficult to grind this Cube for me, given the amount of time I have to play Magic right now. So, I mean, so far I'm just having a good time. That's kind of how I felt too. All right, so sequencing is important to your... So we make sure we get both of them. And then we can get both of them back. That's how you make the Mirari conjecture work. Sagely, I don't think we're going to get to do much with it because they might just be dead, but... I made this work in Dominaria Limited. That was a fun set. I give people grief because it's not as much fun as most people say it was, but it was fun. It could be. It didn't have super aggro decks. But it had the potential to be very grindy. It had some very grindy matchups. But if you were smart, and typically took Thallid Omnivores, you would still win the games more often than not. You needed something to beat a grind. So somewhere in your deck you had to have something that could beat a grind. Hadouken!
done it. Hats off. I am almost sad to see you go.
All right, fine. Read them and weep. Niv's still a good deal at that casting cost.
Strike fast and strike hard.
They're just dead to me swinging, right? Or pretty darn close. Yeah. Took me a minute, but yeah. There's 6. I'd have gotten there, don't you worry. I was gonna see it. I was gonna see it. Oh, that's bad mana. But I can at least cycle through this if I have to. I do like the Pyromancer, and I like having a Wrath. Champion of Wits can also dig me deeper. This untaps, right? Yeah. So I need to kill that. Ideally. Or block it. What board is this? It looks cool. Is this the Kamigawa board? I really appreciate that, Jay Marty. It means a lot to me, dude. Thank you. Excuse me? Just casual Erebos? Be nice to be able to have like Supreme Will up and stuff, you know? Alright, so you can sack dudes to shrinky dink my stuff. I need red mana. Let's be real here. Thank you for the red mana. Are we ever realistically casting the Supreme Will? Because I don't think that we are. I think I'm so far behind that that's pretty unlikely, so I'm going to pitch it. I want to make my land drops. Blue-red is feeling pretty good right now. And grass sucks, but we can take him outright. Yeah.
Chase stokes the forge.
You don't reckon they're going to steal the champion, do you? I wouldn't do that. I'd do this.
No steal.
Yeah, so I reckon we pitch the Pyromancer? Because I'm never going to be able to play it and a spell in the same turn, the way this is going so far. And I like having the idea of another catch-up mechanic. Because I think I have to... Royal Eruption this, or just draw a red source and burn down the house. That'd be swell. But if I have to, I can kick this. Oh, frack, it's kicker 5. Good multiple choice for X. That'll give me something to discard. And put a 4/4 on the board. What if we do it for 3? I don't like it for 3. I think I'd rather just have a land right now, honestly. A red source would be mighty nice. Thank you. Choose a player. They return a creature. That one.
Shiver my horns and hammer.
Shiver me timbers, yar.
No fire, no steel.
It's not realistic to be sitting here with a white card and no white mana. So like, this is probably my end game as the scroll wielder. Do you put companions in your hand at instant speed? Once per game you may pay 3 anytime you can cast a sorcery. Okay, it's not instant speed. This only counters creatures, right? Artifact or creature. Okay. So hopefully this is a flash creature. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, but we can still burn this house down.
Ah, you'll be nothing but slag when I'm done with you. Best start thinking fast. You're on your own.
Man, Angrath has such cool voice lines. Yar. Why would you be anything else besides a pirate? I guess if you didn't know you could be a pirate, you might be something else. That's too much text. I don't know what this does. I assume I need to kill it. I don't understand why that didn't attack, right? Yeah, because they could have drawn a card there, which is interesting. I guess they're saving this to blow something up to kill that, which is kind of fine, I guess. So what's our line? I can burn down the house with the idea that we can then eternalize this. I kind of just want to pass and try to do something with the Gear Shark. It's not a Gear Shark, it's a Great Shark. I always think it's Gear Shark, though. I guess because of Gear Hulk. So my apologies, I'm always going to call this a Gear Shark when it's just not. Gracious. Great shark. Do, 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 do. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, you know? I've got so many non-basics and good mana that I'll be fine. Oh, yuck. I do have this crab, though. Hey, good morning, Tommy. Terve. We were going to ask you something. Oh, yeah, I remember what it was. At what age do Finnish children begin to sauna? Is it like a rite of passage, or do you basically just, you know, give birth and chuck them in there? Is it like, today I have turned 12 and I can sauna? 1? Okay. We are indeed 1 short from Burn and Lurtry, but I don't know why I would want. Why would I want to do that? Okay, so it's not really a rite of passage thing or whatever. It's just, hey, once they're old enough, you can chuck them in there. That seems like a very logical answer, which I trust the Finns to have. Yeah, I know. I don't think you're actually throwing your babies in the sauna. Sorry. This board looks really cool, and I don't remember seeing it with Kamigawa. But this might actually just be the Kamigawa board, huh? Okay, that makes sense. We were curious about that, so that's good information to know. It's possible my opponent disconnected here, which kind of sucks, and I apologize, but at least we can talk about sauna while we wait. And have our Finnish lessons. Alright, you got nothing, I got nothing. I can be here all day. It just sucks that I really can't do a whole lot here, but... That sounds pretty nice. I mean, I don't think I'd be complaining about that, you know? Yeah, I think they've disconnected, and my deck's just too slow to kill them. No, they're like looking at cards and stuff. Oh shoot, 88. Yeah, that would be really hot for you guys. It's like a pretty warm day where I'm from. Okay. I wonder if I just want to make a boatload of tokens. Because I can do that now, right? Yeah. I can have 6 of them, so that's like 6 damage ready to go. I think it is kind of good. And then we can scroll wield and see where we go. I'm gonna save the steam vents just to have something to discard to the champion. I don't think that'll be a problem, but I don't need one land in play right now. We've also got Hadouken we could draw. Oh crap, I forgot they have haste. Derp. Can I get some sim fails in chat, please? That was pretty standard for where I grew up, nobody, but air conditioning was standard too. So like we'd routinely have 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 100% humidity, but there was huge air conditioning and it was only really that bad for like something like 1 to 5 o'clock. So you just stay inside at those points. Yeah, if you guys have a lot of air conditioning, that's not too bad. If you're melting, it's probably incredibly humid. Dude, you live in a swamp. It's humid. Go Google your humidity in your city. I bet it's ridiculously high. Yeah, I'd imagine there's really not much point in having AC in Finland, right? So it's embarrassing that I missed attacking with those tokens, but we're not going to talk about it. %. It's pretty high, dude. It's pretty high. That's why you're melting. It means you're melting. That's what it means. It means there's a lot of moisture in the air, so the heat feels sticky. If they played that first, they kill me, right? Oh, they still do. Okay. Oh, because the dragon's black now. I managed to lose this game by not attacking, huh? Except I can enter the roll the dragon token and be mostly fine. Oh, okay. Yeah. We were dead if they'd done this in the right order, I think. Yeah, 64% is a lot of humidity, especially with like 80 degrees Fahrenheit and somewhere that just doesn't have any air conditioning. We can and we shall. Screw it. Yeah, same, nobody. Same. I lived in Phoenix for a while, and that's basically what it was. It was always 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but it was like 10% humidity or something. It was fine. You didn't even really feel hot, but you get dehydrated super fast. It's a fun way to end the game, isn't it? Hadouken! Sent a fireball right to the face. That was fun. The slow play wasn't super fun, but the ending was fun. Our opponent made some mistakes too, which is okay. That assemble from parts card is super neat. They've got a cool deck. And it's okay to make mistakes. I certainly made one too. They don't even get another turn there if I remembered my devil tokens had haste, but I entirely forgot. You get enough cards that break the rules, that knowing the rules hurts you more than it helps you. It's kind of funny, eh? I don't think we have anything that'd really be good for graveyard disruption. So I don't know that I have much of a size board here. Although again, I'm kind of interested in Cast Out. I'm kind of not interested in Better Offer, frankly. I'm scared about helping get things into the graveyard if they're going to play reanimation spells. So getting one of their good creatures might actually be bad for me. This board even has rain? Why don't they have cosmetic boards that I can buy yet? I just don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. Again, sorry about the slow play. Not much I can do about it. Except turn Scottish, apparently. There's no reason not to have the option. Yeah, I'm with you there, Goose. I'm absolutely with you there. I think they could have had a nice even split here and had cosmetic boards. The boards look great, and I'd pay for one. I just wish they'd monetize the game differently. I think a heavier emphasis on free-to-play for both draft and constructed, and then a big push for cosmetics would have been the way to do it. Because the cosmetics in this game look fantastic. I like them. It just pisses me off that I have to pay to play and pay for those. Needs to be white. I just like that business model of make a really good game that's free to play and then monetize it with cosmetics that look great. But I've mentioned this before as I've streamed in the past. I'm a sucker for good cosmetics. If your game is decent and you have good cosmetics, I will buy them. Because they're cool. So is this just getting cast as the creature variant? That's kind of fine by me. Boing. Hey, did you guys know these tokens have haste? Because I apparently didn't. Massacre worm. That's a good one. That's pretty good, Goose. This is a fun cube so far. I assume this is lethal. I didn't like the Tinkerer's Cube. I didn't think it was unique enough, personally. I like this one a lot better, and the regular Arena Cube's fine, too. Nice. Mirror match, huh? I've been complaining about mana. This has got a lot of it, but I'll try it. I'm nervous. Those are cool looking swamps. They make full art swamps for just every set now. Get decent value just flashing in Lurtree to block with it. I assume they've got a terror or something, but Niv might just be good enough here. Discarding a Gearhulk. Okay, so I've got all of the colors that I need, which is cool. Morning, Techno Shaman. How you be? Thank you very much for 42 months of support. Y'all spam some cats. Poor Techno Shaman. Thank you, friendo. Let's get crabby. Yeah, these lands are cool. Where did they get them, chat? Was that just something you could buy in the store one day? Might still be in the store. They look cool. I kind of want them. Okay. Cravington can hang back. All right, fine. I see how it be. We've got a game. That would have been really nice a minute ago. All right, so this gets me back an instant immediately, which can be lore hold command, which I cannot currently cast. But that's kind of okay. Because I don't feel like we're set up that terribly.
Apologies for the smell. I've been recruiting. I brought back an old friend.
Okay. Doing 1 damage to her doesn't really do anything because she's probably going to get shocked here in a minute. So, sure. We can burn down the house and hold up lore hold command, or we can lore hold command and just cast burn down the house. It obviously gets better next turn. I guess what we would do is lore hold command and hold up the gear shark. Yeah, I think I like that.
You failed to entertain me.
Because they don't know about that, and it gives me an opportunity to potentially get ahead. And now they never will know about it, which is cool. Again, I find myself just less and less interested in this better offer and more interested in cast out. I guess hard removal is just great. This is probably a matchup I would bring in Spell Swindle. However, at issue is that we're going on the play. Or excuse me, we're going on the draw. Oh, good to see you, Possums. Hope you have a good day at the office. Thanks for stopping by, man. Y'all spam some sim buys for Possums. That's likely an indication that I should have just been playing the cast out to begin with. We got a little bit lucky that our opponent wasn't able to do much there. They've got too many ETBs for me to want the Man of War variant. Good morning, Rachel. I like this cube. It's fun. This will work. Hadouken! I think this is actually worth it. Like, they're playing a lot of sacrifice effects when you just need to hit land drops. I can basically cycle it. I don't know that there's much point in copying this, but I definitely want that dead. I feel like we play the Gambit this turn, have all our tokens going, and then just sit here with Epiphany up. Dare him to do something after that. I mean, that's a pretty good thing to do, to be fair. I can just blast that, right? There's really no point in doing that. Oh crap. I got my sequencing bad. I'm terrible. I'm bad and I feel bad. We're not going to talk about it. That is not really what I was looking to do with that, but you know, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna be okay, but it's gonna be okay. It's so I can bounce her. You'll see. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm secretly setting up something awesome with Sublime Epiphany, and you're going to love it. Okay, so we're going to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. We're going to copy Lurtree, and we're going to draw a card. I thought Lurtree would copy it, but that's not how it works. Yeah, I should have attacked. Meh, okay. That was just bad. We're learning. We've also learned over time that these have haste. Be cool if there was stuff that like transformed perpetually. So if people bounce it, you could still cast it and have it be the other side. That'd be super neat. That is what the Baldur's Gate ones do? That's neat. Sorcery, right? Yeah. 6-sided cards. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Back in my day, cards made sense. That's why I held the land. We didn't see a rankle, but I'm like, this deck would definitely have one, wouldn't it? This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably do need to kill that, though. I could use some white mana, if we're being honest. If they're going to do that, I'm relatively happy with the game going a little longer. That is 2 white sources I'm not getting. I didn't really think about that too much. That was not bright. It's really not bright. I gotta lose this because I'm making incredibly poor decisions. And then I'm gonna get some lunch and we'll make better decisions. Yeah, I deserve everything that's happening to me right now. That was easy. You just take a white source, we win this game. I believe I've reached the limit of what my brain can do. I'm not used to playing this much Magic anymore.
When you understand reality, itself serves me.
Let's see if we can find it now. Because there are still white sources left in the deck. There's one. Yeah, I'm going to need that for sure, because we've got to get rid of Niv. Niv, Ugin. Nugan.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
I'm super dead. Let's try and go a little slower on this one. They have certainly assembled a contraption, and I just sort of flailed around. I'll try to focus up for this last game and see if we can pull it off. I suppose it's more fun viewing if we do it this way, but this looks like I don't have nearly enough time to stop anything here, right? Yeah. You got me. I don't need to read all that crap. Do I want the spell Swindle when I'm going on the play? I don't think so. I think I want to play slightly better. And we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. That feels like enough. I might want 1 plains. I just don't have room for it. I mean, I want 1 plains. The problem is I can't fit it in there. 1 more duel would have been nice. I didn't think we were going to play the red-white destroy artifact or 3 damage card, but I think it's proven to be pretty useful in the deck as we've played. Let's just pretend that whole last match didn't happen and we'll just win here. It's not enough mana. I might keep that on the draw. This one I'll try. It's not realistic. I need to be a grown-up. Like, I kind of need to hit the blue mana really quickly, but there's 10 blue sources in the deck. So if I can do that, this one turns into something interesting quickly. If I can't, we're kind of just dead in the water. Which is a real shame. I hate losing games like that. Because you make a boneheaded play and you're like, hey, it's okay, I'll just fix it in the next round. And then you don't get a next round. I'm sure this does something terrible. Yeah. Good news is we can at least answer that. Bad news is if they keep hitting land drops, we're in serious trouble. Neat. This is not Magic's fault. This is not RNG getting me. I made some mistakes in the last round. And the way to stay happy and get to keep playing Magic is to recognize that. Like, this sucks, but there's literally nothing we could do about this. Except play better in the other round. I lost focus for a minute and it got me. It's a reminder to me not to get complacent. That's something I often do in Magic, where I think I've won and I just sort of stop paying attention, chit chat. It doesn't work like that. All right, bonus points for you if you kill your own Junji right now. There you go. Opponent gets style points. I'll good game that. It's a good reminder to me to stay focused the whole way, because I have a tendency to choke. I've always been like that in drafts. I'll get the first 2 rounds done, get to the last one, and be thinking about what we're doing next or something like that. And that's just not the way to get consistent wins. So I'll try again. I think we got time for 1 more today. I'll try again and see if we can stay focused. But I am going to do a quick lunch break first. So I'll be right back. And a very big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Punk, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Brandon, Jazzy, Craig, and Geese. Appreciate y'all.